Hey guys, in this video we are going to make this beautiful carousel with 60 fps. These are the animation which we are going to make, and you can see that if we swipe the name changes and the artist changes, and if we click on these button then also the song changes. Actually this is not a media player, this is just carousel, and in further videos I will implement a media player also, same like this, in this way. And what else, this is it, and this is really awesome. Like as here you can see, like if we scroll the name changes and like it's super smooth, and we are using FlatlList here, and this is implemented in YouTube Music. As here you can see, let me just show you. This is in YouTube Music too, like this is the same thing, like this 60 fps. If I do this, okay, and this is also in Spotify. Okay guys, if you have Expo installed, you can just scan this QR code and try this app, and I will also link the GitHub repo in the comments. Sorry, not in the comments, actually in the description. I will link this. It's simple, so you can just go to this, or you can just scan this QR code and you can check this out. So now let's start building it. Here I am in my terminal with React Native folder, so I will use Expo. You can use the React Native CLI also, it is pretty good. So Expo init, we will call this music carousel. Oh okay, sorry, carousel, it's carousel guys. And hit enter. We are going with blank and let it, okay, what, nothing. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds. I won't make you wait, I will just skip it. So dear fellas, it has been downloaded, so I will open this in VS Code. So just type code, and if you don't have code in your, like, what do we call, in this path variable, you can add it. I am not going to show you that. You can just open it, and music carousel and arousal. All right, do you want me to change it to dark theme? Really you are gonna make me do that? Okay, color theme atom 1 dark, here we go. All right, so now in this app.js, here what we have here in npm script, I will run it in iOS. Alright guys, so I have the project opened in my simulator. You can use anything, you can use your actual device or whatever you want. You can use Android web, but no, it doesn't work with web properly. I don't know what the hell is wrong with that. So here we are going to let's make a directory, call it src, and this is the place where we are gonna place. Okay, all right, now let's make a component. What do we call it? Let's call it player.jsx, and here we can just make the component with R and F. I have this extension installed, React Native and React Snippets. You don't need, you can just do this manually. And here we will just, what we are going to do is like just show it hello bitch. Okay, not babe. Okay, this looks good. And in the app.js, what we are going to do is that we will import it. So let's just type player and it will be auto imported. So you can see that we have got this hello bitch. Alright, now what we have to make is that we have to make the images here. So first we are going to use the FlatlList. So let's add a safe area view here, safe area view. So it will be auto imported again, and close it. And what this will do guys, like this will like get rid of these notch spaces from here, the text will not be here. And so now we are going to use the FlatlList. So what is FlatlList guys? This is an amazing list which React Native gives, and it is implemented natively. And no, not like this. It's auto closing here. So FlatlList like this. And now in the source, let's make a data data.js. You can use whatever data, and you can just grab all these from my GitHub. Okay, so I just have this song title, artist, and the image, and in this asset folder let me drag the image. So in assets here I have these album arts which I stole from YouTube, so I will just copy it. Okay, so it has been copied. Now we don't need this folder, you can just close it. Okay, now we need to show everything here. So we will import data, import imp, import dot data from import songs from data. Okay, and let's add some spaces here. And how does this flat list work, guys? First we give the render items and whatever the items we need to pass. So in data we will just pass the songs, whatever data you have. I also have IDs here, so we are going to utilize it, and make sure you have the string ID, or you can just generate your new ID with UUID package. And now what we have to do is that we have to make a render item here. So let's create an item here, const or just let's call it const render item. This is our function which this will take the item. So we are destructuring it here right now, and we will use the arrow function. So now what we have to do is just for now we will show the image. So type image, and it didn't auto import, so auto import didn't work, so we will manually import it here, guys, so don't worry. Image and ding. And in the source what we will grab here, as here you can see that we imported this source from here, source, so source dot image. So like we will do item dot image, and this is pretty much. And now here we just need to pass render item is equals to render item. Okay, it did not work, guys. Why is that? We also need to pass this key extractor, and what this does is like it extracts the keys. Like we will pass the function to extract the ID. So it will just be item, whatever the item, and from that item we will get the item dot ID. Okay, what's wrong? Why is it not showing anything? Because we need to return, guys, we need to return. Okay, and here we go. Oh wow, we have all this pretty amazing stuff. Okay, we also need to style a little bit of image, but this is what our flat list gives right now. So let's put it some styling here and put it inside a view. Select it, and oh, what the hell. Okay, and we are gonna add a view, then we will put a width there. Go inside the image, baby, inside the view, baby. Okay, this is it. And now let's add some style here. Style is equals to, let's create a style here, guys. So const styles is equals to style sheet. Let's auto import. No, auto import did not work. Style sheet, here we go. Style sheet dot create, and here we pass the object with objects containing a style. Here we will just type image and width. What we are gonna give to the width, let's give 320 and height of 320. It doesn't accept pixel or anything like that, guys, so keep in mind. And okay, and now we can use that style. styles dot image. Okay, now here we are. Oh wow, this is pretty cool, but this is not what we want, so we need some few tweaking. So what we will do here is like we will make it horizontal, and then what we are gonna do, horizontal scroll bars, we will hide the where is that thingy bingy, show horizontal scroll bars, no, 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 that's indicators, and we will pass false value, and there will be no scroll bars here. So now let's give a image container value, and now we can, what we can do, we can do one more thing, but just let's make a container here. So image container, and we are going to give this to this view, and let's make it, now we will get this dimensions from React Native. This will give us dimensions, and let's extract width from it, const and width, like that, and this is es6 destructuring dimensions dot get, and we will get the window, not the screen. All right, and whatever the width will be, we will make it the width same here, so that it goes full. Okay, not this. Okay, now we need to put that here, style is equals to styles dot image container. Okay, so now you can see, but it is not in center. So to make it in center, what we can do, we all know the flex box, that is awesome. So flex box, what's the property, align items or align, no, align items, is that align items center. Okay, let's see, and here we have it, but you can see it keeps scrolling. We need to make it a stop. So that's a few tweak which we gonna do, is like we can just do pagination enabled, and there we go, and boom, and to make it 60 fps, guys, what we can do, that's also pretty easy. So we can throttle the event, so scroll event throttle, and we can pass some values here. So let's make it 16, which makes it 16 fps, not 16, 60 fps. Now you can see it looks pretty awesome. Damn. So we have achieved this, but now what we need, okay guys, so to show the name, what we can do is, for now, like you can just put a text here and show it, which is very not so cool. You can make a lot of animation, and in this JSX syntax we can just type item dot title, and as here you can see the faded, hate me, solo, without me. Okay, but we want a component here, and which should be updated upon that. So how we will determine actually which album art we are in, like which album is on the screen. Currently it's Bad Liar, it's Faded album right now. So how will we determine that? To determine that, we are going to utilize the on scroll event with its position. So like if we have scrolled this much, then we can calculate the index by dividing the width of this container by the scroll, however we have scrolled in this direction. So let's do that. How we will do that? We get this on scroll event. So I will just show you, like on scroll, let me just console log it, log e, and get rid of this. Alright, now if I scroll, so you can see the what we have here, like here we have the width, height, layout, measurement, which we don't need, but what we need here is this native event. This native event has this content offset. If I scroll this, like okay, let's go bottom. Oh, what the hell. Now you can see here where it is, like yeah, here we have this x. In x direction we have content offset, which means how much the amount we have scrolled here. Okay, so to get this we will use this animated value. We will store it in the animated value. You can directly store also, but it did not work properly for me, so let's import animated. So not animation, animated. It is auto important right now. And dot event, we are going to store that the content offset event in the scroll x directions. So now let's make a variable const scroll x, whatever the amount of scroll we are going to so we will auto import the use ref here, and we will add a new animated value here. So just type new animated dot value, and we will make it 0. Okay, am I right? Yup, animated dot value, and we will just make it current so that we don't have to use dot current everywhere. So this is how we use ref in React hooks. All right, now what we have to do here in this, like you can see how we do this. Like this is all, like we can just copy this, and we have this listener also, so just paste it here and scroll x, and this is all we need. And here you can see that we need a use native driver actually. So what you can do is that here just after this array, like we can pass use native in object use native driver and make it true. All right, okay, let's make it false because we are in emulator. So we are storing all these value in this scroll x. All right, to if you want to view this scroll x, let's use the use effect, which is component mount use effect auto imported. Then what we will do this, and here remove this will be empty array, and here we are going to add a listener on dot add listener, and here we are going to extract whatever the value we get, and we will just for now we will just log it, and let's call it scroll x. Okay, so now if I open, so now let me just open the console. So now if I scroll, you can see the value. If I scroll here, it's 414, and what we will do is, like, let me also log the width. So I will log width also here, so let's call it width. Okay, so you can see our width is also 414. So this is 414 divided by 414. So if we will divide it with this, we should get the index. So like see, so we are in the second index right now. Now we are at 1, and now we are at 0. So we can use this value in determining in which index, in which position we are. All right, so again we can store it in a state. So we will use state here. Use state, first auto import it, and then second set index. We are going to just call it set index, make it capital, and for the first time it is going to be 0. And whenever this changes, we are, instead of logging, we are just going to change the index, set index, and whatever the value divided by width we get. And what we can do is that we can do a math dot round here, which will round up the value to its nearest. So You can just console log this, or let's put it in a variable const index is equals to cut it right now here, and set index, whatever the index we will pass, and also log the index, and index is whatever the index. Alright, and one more thing, we also need to use state. If you don't want to destructure it, you can do react.useState or use effect, whatever you want. And let's now make another container here below the flat list. In this text, let's call it title, but whatever we have the index from the songs, we are going to get the index and whatever the title. Okay, so here it is below here, so but you can see if we change, it is changing. Now let's add some styling here. Title, we will increase the font size to 26 and align text align to center. Okay, and we also need to put some style in main container or container, like you can call it whatever you want. Now let's apply the style here. Styles dot title. Okay, oh, we did it in the wrong place, so let's cut from here, we need it here. Okay, so you can see, but it is below because this safe area view is taking the whole height. So what we can do is that, so styles is equals to, and let's just put height is equals to 320. Okay, and get rid of this. No, we did not want it to get rid of this, we wanted to get rid of this. Okay, and let's take this text area out of here and put it in a view. Okay, so that we can further style it. You can also put a safe area view here, but I don't care, whatever you put. And as here you can see, if I change here, deathbed, bad liar, faded, hate me, and you can see the index also is logging here. Ding 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 ding. So we are almost there. So now let's make the, you can also add the artist here. Just type artist. Okay, and instead of title you need artist, and which should, like, you can just change font here, so artist, and make it like 16. Okay, it's too small, let's make it 18. Alright, and we can also do is like text transform, and we can do auto capitalize. Here we go, also copy paste it here. There we go, it's pretty. And what we can do here is that in this, let's put a container here. Style is equals to styles dot container. Okay, but we need to make a container here, so let's create a container. Okay, and let's give some height, or what do we wanna give? Let's justify content space between. This should work. It did not. Why do we need to specify some height? Really? Okay, we can just also get height from here, guys, just like this, and we can put height here. So as here you can see, the space between did not work properly. So let's try adding space evenly. Okay, this looks better, and let's give the maximum height or minimum Okay, why I am forgetting to give a comma here? Max height to, let's give it to 500. Okay. Okay, this looks better. And if you want, you can just put a container here, but this is not a styling video, guys. So I just wanted to make this look good. You can style it however you like. So now it's way better, way better. All right, this is awesome. So you can see changing. Now let's add those controller to make it happen. Oh, what the hell, how does this happened? Okay, okay, so now in source let's make another component called controller, contr, controller dot jsx. Again rnf, we are going to make a functional component, and in this controller we are just going to import with Expo. The icon comes, the React Native vector icon comes already imported, like already it is built in with this Expo. So import and like at Expo, it's something like this slash vector icons, and we will use material icons. Okay, and this will be our container. So I'm just going to paste this style sheet here. There is nothing fancy going on, and add a style start. Okay, and we don't need text. We will use touchable opacity, and this will be auto imported. Like, let's just close it, and we can use the material icons here, material icons, and name is equals to what is the name. First name is skip previous, so the skip button will be there, skip previous. Okay, we also need to import it here, guys. And so let's import the controller, add a bracket, controller, auto import, and boom, VS Code is awesome, guys. Can't find variable style sheet because we did not imported it. All right, okay, and here is our teeny miny icon. But why it is like this? Did we what went wrong here? Okay, let's leave that. I guess, is it okay? This width is doing some shitty things. So for now, let's comment it out. And for size, what we are going to do is size, we will give it size of, it's not too large, it's not too small, but it's average. Okay, there we go, and now it's perfect. So let's, now what do we need? Let's copy this whole thing and we will make it 3. Skip, no, it's pause button, so we will put a pause button here. Skip, this will be skip next, and here we go. Now we need to make this button work and get rid of this weird fucking thing. Okay guys, so you can ignore my laptop fan and my ceiling fan because they will keep making noise, so please ignore it and forgive me for that. And let's now make it happen. So what we can do is that it's pretty simple, and we will use a ref here. What is ref? Ref is just like selecting this element in, like, if it's, I will say it in HTML, like we do document.query selector, it is something like that. So first import ref, const slider is equals to use ref, auto import it, and we will make it null here right now, and we will just put it here. So ref is equals to slider, and this will make sure, like with this slider we can toggle all those functions, like we have set a scroll offset. You can read everything in docs, guys. Okay, so now let's make the function. We will call it const go next equals to nothing, nothing, nothing. And in go next, what we are going to do is that what slider dot, what was the function? First we will have to select the current here because it will not work. Slider dot current, and we will scroll offset, and this is the function, and you can see like it is animated and offset. So first we will pass whatever offset, how much scroll we should do. So how much scroll we should do, whatever the number we have scrolled and the width. So, and what we can do is that we can just multiply the index with index with what, multiply it with width, and it should work. So let's, and we also need to pass animated, like by default it will be animated, so let's leave it. So now let me call this function go next. So we also need, I think we need index plus 1. Okay, now you can see. Okay, now we will just need to attach that here. So let's copy it, make a duplicate, go previous, and how it should work, like, okay, like instead of +1 we can do -1. Okay, now let's link it. How do we link it? First we will pass it here in this controller. We call it prop. So on next is equals to go next. This is all we have. On previous PRV I am calling it. So what this will have, like we will trigger this from this controller component go previous PRV. Alright, and here we need to destructure it and import it. On next, I guess it was on next and on previous. Okay, so now we can do is on click press. Okay, this is not JavaScript guys. So on press, but this is skip previous, so we will just on previous on PRV. And okay, our app crashed, that's so sad. Yeah, here we will do on next. This should work. Where did it go? What the hell? I guess we need to keep it like this. Okay, okay, this works. No, it just scrolls one time guys. This is very bad, I guess. At first we need to add it. Actually what was happening, we were first multiplying, then we were adding. So now this works, as here you can see wherever we go this works guys. So we did it. I hope you enjoyed making this project. If you have any doubts, you can come to my Discord server, which is this.creativejE.com, or you can ask me in the comments right below. I will try to answer it. And if you want to keep learning, just make sure you subscribe, because we are making media player from this. So that's it for this guy. Okay, how many times I'm gonna say that? Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and if you want me to support, you can support me on patreon.com/creativejE, so that I can keep making such awesome videos for you, because this takes a lot of effort. I have spent a lot of days and burned my brain in making this slider. So I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you share this with your friends, and that's it. Take care, bye bye. I will see you soon, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Bye bye.